Stop right where you are. Do not let your finger hover over that skip button, for what I am about to speak into your spirit is the very breath of life you have been gasping for in the dark. This is not a random occurrence. This is not the result of a cold mechanical algorithm. It is a divine interruption. I have orchestrated this precise moment across the vastness of time and space just to reach you. I have seen you, my beloved child, wandering through the corridors of your own mind, searching for a sign, a glimmer of hope, or a reason to keep going. I know the heaviness that sits upon your chest like a mountain of lead. I know the silent screams you have let out into the void when the world thought you were sleeping. I am the Alpha and the Omega, and I am stepping into your reality right now to tell you that your season of being overlooked is coming to an end. This message is the door. Do not close it, or you may find yourself wandering in the desert for another season of unnecessary pain. I have a word for you that is so specific, so tailored to your current agony, that it will make your soul tremble with the realization that you are truly known, deeply loved, and precisely chosen for what is coming next. My precious one, I have watched every tear you shed in the privacy of your room, and every heavy sigh you breathed when you thought no one was listening. I saw you almost give up just a few hours ago. I saw the doubt that tried to poison your heart, whispering that I have forgotten you or that you are not worthy of my grace. But look at you now. You are here and I am here with you. This encounter is a testament to my faithfulness. I am the shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one who is lost. And today, you are that one. I am about to unveil a path that has been hidden from your eyes by the smoke and mirrors of the enemy. I am about to speak a truth that will shatter the chains of your stagnation. But first, you must signal to the heavens that you are ready to receive this shift. This is an act of faith, a spiritual handshake between the Creator and the created. Before I reveal the immense blessing and the specific next step I have prepared for you, I want you to declare your presence in this holy space. Do not remain a silent observer of your own miracle. Type "I am here, Lord" or 7007 in the comments right now to open the gates of heaven and announce that you are listening. As you make this declaration, feel the atmosphere around you begin to change. You are not alone. You are entering a sanctuary of the chosen. This message is a lifeline, and to ensure you stay connected to this flow of living water, I invite you to join this family of believers. Press the like button right now as a sign of your agreement with my word, and subscribe to this channel to signify that you are ready to walk this path of destiny every single day under my guidance. By doing this, you are telling the universe that you no longer belong to the shadows but to the light. You are planting a seed of commitment that will grow into a fortress of protection around your household. Your like is not just a digital interaction. It is a spiritual frequency that aligns your heart with my divine purpose. Do not let the distractions of the world pull you away from this frequency. Stay with me, for the revelation I am about to pour into your spirit in the coming moments is the key to the financial and emotional restoration you have been crying out for. Your life is not breaking, it is being rebuilt into a masterpiece of my glory, and this is the very first stone of the new foundation I am laying for you today. I have seen you in the hollow spaces of the night when the silence is so heavy it feels like a physical presence against your skin. I saw you staring at the ceiling, your heart racing with a list of worries that seemed to have no end. I saw you wipe away that single stray tear before anyone could ask what was wrong, because you have become so accustomed to carrying the world on your shoulders that you have forgotten how it feels to let someone carry you. I saw you in the kitchen, in the car, in the quiet moments of your workspace, taking a deep breath just to keep from breaking down. You have been wearing a mask of strength for so long that you have almost convinced yourself it is your true face, but I see the weary soul beneath. I see the chosen one who is tired of being the strong one, tired of being the one everyone leans on, and tired of wondering when it will finally be your turn to be held. I saw you, and I want you to know that not a single moment of your struggle has been invisible to me. Every sigh you breathed into the darkness was a prayer that reached my ears. Every time you chose to be kind despite the bitterness in your heart, I recorded it. You are not being punished by this silence, you are being preserved in it. The weight of your silence is not a sign of your weakness, but a testament to your endurance. You have felt like you are behind in life, watching others sprint ahead while you feel stuck in a mud of uncertainty and lack. But I tell you today, you are not behind, you are being built. You are not breaking, you are becoming. A great building requires a deep foundation, and the deeper the foundation, the more time it takes in the dark underground away from the eyes of the world. I have kept you in this hidden season to protect you from the very things you thought you wanted. If I had given you the blessing you asked for a year ago, it would have crushed you, for your character was not yet ready to handle the weight of that glory. I am working behind the scenes for your good, even when the silence feels like abandonment. My silence is never absence. It is the space where I am doing my most intricate work on your behalf. I am refining your spirit, teaching you to hear my whisper over the roar of the world's expectations. I am preparing your shoulders for the heavy mantle of leadership and provision that I am about to place upon you. Do not despise this day of small beginnings or this season of quiet waiting, for the louder the storm outside, the deeper I am anchoring your roots into the rock that cannot be shaken. I see the exhaustion that has seeped into your very bones, a weariness that sleep cannot touch. It is the fatigue of the soul that comes from fighting battles that no one else can see. You have been in a spiritual warfare that has tried to drain your joy, your creativity, and your hope. But I am the restorer of your soul. I am the one who gives power to the faint and increases the strength of those who have no might. Right now, I am breathing new life into your weary spirit. I am clearing the fog that has clouded your vision. As you listen to my voice, let the tension leave your body. Let the grip you have held on your problems loosen, for I am taking them from your hands. You don't have to figure it out anymore. You don't have to forge the path alone. If you believe that I am your strength and your shield, do not stay silent in your heart. Join this family of believers who are walking into their destiny just like you. Press the like button right now to signal your agreement with this divine restoration, and subscribe to this channel so you never have to walk through the darkness alone again. This is your act of faith, a simple gesture that tells the spiritual realm you are ready to move from the wilderness into the land of promise. You are being called out of the shadows and into a light that will never fade. Your story is not ending in the silence. The silence is merely the pause before the greatest movement of your life. Every unanswered question you have carried is about to meet its revelation. Every moment you felt invisible was actually a moment you were being shielded from the arrows of the enemy. I have been your rear guard and your scout, clearing the way even when you thought the path was blocked. Your tears have watered the seeds of a future so bright it would dazzle your current eyes. The weight you feel is the weight of the glory that is coming. When you finally step into the abundance I have prepared, you will look back at this silence and realize it was the most productive season of your existence. You were not lost. You were being aligned. You were not ignored. You were being prepared. Trust my timing, for I am never too late. The breakthrough is not just coming, it is already at your door, waiting for you to simply believe and open it. Stay in this peace, for the silence is about to be broken by the sound of your own victory. I have seen the wounds that were inflicted not by enemies, but by the hands of those you trusted most. I watched as they walked away from you when your season turned cold, leaving you to face the winter of your life alone. I saw the look in your eyes when you realized that the people you would have crossed oceans for wouldn't even cross a street to help you in your darkest hour. You were there for their victories, you held their hands during their storms. But when your own sky turned black, they were nowhere to be found. They misunderstood your heart, they twisted your words, and they judged you based on a chapter of your life that was meant to be private. I know the sting of that betrayal. I know the salt of those tears. But listen closely. My child, their departure was not a tragedy, it was a divine eviction. I allowed them to leave because they could not go where I am taking you. They were comfortable with your struggle, but they would have been intimidated by your success. I removed them to protect the greatness I have placed inside of you. I am your true friend, the one who sticks closer than a brother, and I am here to heal every scar left by human rejection. Now you find yourself in the wilderness, a place of isolation and dry winds. You feel as though you have been discarded, but you are actually being refined. The wilderness is not a prison. It is the training ground for kings and queens. Before I placed a crown on the heads of my greatest servants, I led them into the desert. I led them to a place where they had no one to rely on but me. In this season of being alone, I am stripping away the false identities you built to please others. I am washing away the need for human validation. I am teaching you that my approval is more than enough to sustain you. Do not look back at the people who left you. Do not waste another tear on those who were only meant to be a bridge, not the destination. They were part of the process, but they are not part of the promise. If you feel the weight of this truth, if you know in your soul that you are being prepared for something far greater than what you lost, then acknowledge my presence. Type "I trust your plan" or 8888 in the comments right now to signal that you are letting go of the past and embracing the new thing I am doing in you. The hoarse voice of the enemy whispers that you are lost, but I tell you that you are perfectly positioned. In this wilderness, I am building a character in you that can withstand the height of the blessing I am preparing to pour out. You are learning to find water in the rock and manna in the barren land. You are becoming fireproof. Every betrayal was a lesson in discernment. Every moment of being misunderstood was a lesson in standing firm in your own truth. You are not the person who entered this desert. You are emerging stronger, wiser, and more aligned with my spirit. This is why you must not disconnect from this flow of revelation. If you can feel the shift happening in your spirit right now, join this family of the chosen. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel, not as a routine, but as a commitment to your own transformation. When you subscribe, you are telling the darkness that you have chosen to walk in the light and that you will no longer be moved by the opinions of man. Your subscription is a seed of faith affirming that you are ready for the daily bread of my guidance. I am the architect of your life, and I never waste a single drop of your pain. Every person who turned their back on you was part of my divine filtering process. I am cleaning your inner circle so that when the gates of prosperity open, you will be surrounded only by those who truly value the spirit within you. The wilderness is about to yield its fruit. The dry ground is about to become a spring. You have passed the test of being alone without becoming bitter. You have passed the test of being hurt without seeking revenge. Now watch as I vindicate you in the sight of those who counted you out. I did not bring you this far to leave you in the desert. I brought you here to reveal my power. Your next step is not into more struggle, but into a level of authority you never dreamed possible. Rest in me, for the desert is behind you and the land flowing with milk and honey is within your reach. Stay focused on my voice, for the map to your future is being etched into your heart at this very moment. Trust me, the best part of your journey is just beginning. I see the screen of your phone reflecting in your eyes late at night as you scroll through bank statements and unpaid bills. I see the heavy sigh you release when you realize the numbers simply do not add up no matter how many times you calculate them. I know the exact amount of your debt, the exact date your next payment is due, and the hollow feeling in your stomach when you wonder if you will ever be truly free from this cycle of not enough. You have been walking through a thick, suffocating financial fog where every step feels uncertain and every decision feels like a risk. You feel trapped in a career that drains your spirit or stuck in a season of lack that seems to have no exit. But I want you to hear me clearly. I am not the God of just enough. I am the God of more than enough. I have seen your faithfulness even when you had only crumbs to offer, and I have noted every time you chose to be generous while your own soul was in need. Your financial struggle is not a sign of my disapproval, but a battlefield where I am about to demonstrate my sovereignty. The fog has been dense, making you feel as though you are wandering aimlessly. But I have been the steady hand guiding you through the mist. I have allowed certain doors to close and certain opportunities to fade because I saw the traps the enemy had set behind them. You prayed for a way out, and when it didn't come in the form you expected, you felt abandoned. Yet I was merely redirecting you toward a source that will never run dry. I am the one who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and the silver and gold are mine. I am rearranging the circumstances of your life even now. I am speaking to people you haven't met yet, moving their hearts to favor you. I am opening the storehouses of heaven to release a divine provision that does not come from your own strength or your own intellect. This is not about a lottery win or a temporary fix. This is about a permanent shift in your spiritual and physical economy. I am teaching you to be a steward of the abundance that is coming, for I do not give big assignments to small minds, and I am expanding your capacity to receive right now. I want you to stop for a moment. I want you to step out of the panic and into my peace. Take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart and whisper these words: I am listening. Feel the rhythm of your heart, a heart that I created and that I sustain. As you hold your hand there, realize that the same power that keeps your heart beating is the power that will provide for your every need. You have been suffocated by the how. How will the rent be paid? How will the debt be cleared? How will the children be provided for? I am the how. I am the way maker. I am the one who can make a path through the sea and bring water out of the desert rock. By placing your hand on your heart and declaring that you are listening, you are shifting your focus from the mountain of debt to the mountain mover. You are telling the spirit of lack that it no longer has a throne in your mind. This simple act of surrender is the key that unlocks the next level of your destiny. If you can feel the weight of the financial fog beginning to lift, do not let this moment pass by. This is the activation of your breakthrough. You are the chosen one, and your inheritance is not poverty or anxiety, but prosperity and peace. To seal this word in your spirit and to join the thousands who are witnessing my hand in their lives, join this family. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. By doing so, you are not just following a video, you are marking this day as the beginning of your financial restoration. You are signaling to the heavens that you believe in the invisible provision that is about to become visible. Do not be afraid of the numbers anymore, for they are subject to my word. I am the God of the breakthrough, and the fog is clearing to reveal a landscape of abundance you never thought possible. Your next step is already illuminated. Walk forward in faith, for I am already there. My precious one, have you ever wondered why the storms seem to hit your house harder than anyone else's? Have you ever questioned why just as you take one step forward, it feels as though the very atmosphere around you conspires to push you 2 steps back? I want to pull back the veil and show you the truth that the world cannot see. The intensity of the opposition you are facing is not a sign of your failure. It is the ultimate confirmation of your significance. You are the chosen one, and because of that you carry a weight of glory that makes the foundations of darkness tremble. The enemy does not waste his best weapons on those who pose no threat. He does not send his strongest winds against a house that is already empty. If you are being attacked, it is because you have something worth stealing. If you are being resisted, it is because the destination I have set for you is so magnificent that the shadows are desperate to keep you from reaching it. You are not a victim of bad luck. You are a target of a calculated spiritual strategy designed to make you give up before you realize who you truly are. The darkness has been watching you since you were a child. It saw the spark in your soul, the light that I planted within you before the foundations of the world were laid. That light is not just for you. It is a beacon that will lead thousands out of their own despair, and that is exactly why the strategy of the enemy has been so relentless. He has tried to dim your light with shame, to smother it with grief, and to drown it in the waters of financial lack. He has tried to convince you that you are too much for some and not enough for others. He has used the people closest to you to plant seeds of doubt, whispering that your dreams are delusions and your faith is a fantasy. But hear me now, every arrow that was meant to destroy you has been redirected by my hand to develop you. The enemy intended to break you, but I have used his attacks to build a spiritual muscle in you that can carry the weight of the massive blessing I am about to release. You are not being punished. You are being trained for a level of authority that requires a heart forged in the fire. Understand the tactic of isolation that has been used against you. The enemy knows that if he can make you feel alone, he can make you feel vulnerable. He has tried to cut you off from support, making you feel like a stranger even in a crowded room. He wants you to believe that no one understands your pain, not even me. But I have been using this season of isolation as a divine sanctuary. While the enemy thought he was trapping you in a prison of loneliness, I was actually hiding you in the secret place of the Most High. I was separating you from the noise of the world so that you could finally learn to distinguish my voice from the lies of the accuser. The strategy of the enemy was to make you feel abandoned, but my purpose was to make you unshakable. You are being set apart, not cast aside. The very things the enemy used to try and isolate you are the very things I am using to insulate you from the corruption of the world. You are becoming a vessel that can hold my spirit without being distracted by the applause or the criticism of man. The enemy also uses the strategy of the great delay. He wants you to believe that because the promise hasn't happened yet, it isn't happening at all. He whispers that you have missed your window, that you are too old, too tired, or too broken to see the fulfillment of your heart's desires. This is a lie from the pit of hell. My timing is not subject to human clocks or calendar dates. A delay in the natural realm is often a divine shielding in the spiritual realm. I have been holding back the harvest, not to starve you, but to ensure the soil of your character is rich enough to sustain it. If I had given you the platform or the prosperity you craved when you were still full of pride or insecurity, the enemy would have used that very blessing to destroy you. But now, after the fire, after the tears, and after the long nights of waiting, you are ready. The strategy of the enemy to weary you with waiting has actually produced in you a patient endurance that is the hallmark of a true leader. You have outlasted the attack, and now you are standing at the threshold of the victory. Look at your life through my eyes for just a moment. See the battles you have survived. See the moments you thought you wouldn't make it yet here. You are still standing, still breathing, and still seeking my face. That resilience is your greatest weapon. The enemy thought he could wear you down, but he didn't realize that every blow he struck only served to hammer the impurities out of your soul. You are now a weapon of light tempered in the furnace of affliction. You are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness because you have learned how to praise me in the middle of the pain. You have learned how to give when you were lacking and how to love when you were hated. This is why the next step I have for you is so vital. You are moving from a defensive position to an offensive one. You are no longer just surviving the storm. You are becoming the storm that will level the strongholds of the enemy in your family, your finances, and your community. I want you to make a bold declaration right now to silence the whispers of the accuser. If you recognize that your struggle has been a sign of your calling, and if you are ready to turn the enemy's strategy against him, do not remain quiet. Type "I am a threat to the darkness" or 11 in the comments to signal that your eyes are open to the spiritual truth. And as you do, join this army of the chosen. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel as a commitment to stay armed with the truth every single day. This is not just a digital act, it is a spiritual alignment. By subscribing, you are surrounding yourself with the word that will act as a shield against the fiery darts of the enemy. You are telling the darkness that its time of bullying you is over. You are a child of the King, a warrior of the light, and the strategy that was meant to stop you is the very staircase I am using to promote you. Stand tall, for the God of peace will soon crush the enemy under your feet. You have asked me in the quiet moments with a heart heavy with confusion and eyes weary from searching. Why me, Lord? Why must the road be so steep? Why must the thorns be so sharp? You look around at those who seem to sail through life with ease, those whose laughter never seems to be choked by the dust of the desert, and you wonder why you were singled out for this grueling journey. I want you to lean in and listen with your spirit, for the answer is not found in human logic. The world chooses the loudest, the most polished, and the most arrogant, but I choose the one who knows what it means to be broken. I chose you because I saw a depth of empathy in your soul that can only be forged in the furnace of affliction. I chose you because I knew that when I lift you up, and I will lift you up, you will not look down on those still in the valley. You will reach back and pull them up with you. Your capacity to feel pain is directly linked to your capacity to carry my glory. I do not call the qualified, I qualify the called, and every tear you have shed has been a baptism into the authority you are about to walk in. I chose you because you have a spirit that refuses to stay defeated. I saw you fall, and I saw you crawl, and I saw you drag yourself forward when the world told you to just stay down. That resilience is not of your own making, it is the seal of the chosen one. I saw the moments when you had every right to be bitter, yet you chose to be kind. I saw the moments when you were cheated, yet you refused to steal. I saw the moments when you were lied to, yet you kept your integrity. These are the credentials of a kingdom leader. I am looking for hearts that are after my own heart, not just hands that are busy with religious ritual. You were chosen because you are a vessel that can be trusted with the much that is coming. If I had chosen someone who had never known lack, they would not understand the miracle of my provision. If I had chosen someone who had never known loneliness, they would not know how to comfort the brokenhearted. Your scars are not signs of your shame. They are the medals of a soldier who has survived the front lines. They are the proof that the enemy could not kill you, and that I have a purpose for your life that is greater than any obstacle you have faced. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you took your first breath, I had already mapped out the stars that would guide you home. I set you apart as a prophet to the nations, a light in the darkness and a bridge over troubled waters. Do not say I am only a child, or I am too broken, or I am too poor, for I am with you to deliver you. The very things you think disqualify you are the things I am using to highlight my power in your life. When the world sees you rise from the ashes, they will not see your strength. They will see my grace. They will see that if I could take someone who felt as forgotten as you did and turn them into a beacon of hope, then there is hope for them too. This is the weight of your calling. You are a living testimony, a walking miracle, and a letter written by my own hand to a world that has forgotten how to believe. You were chosen to be the evidence of my existence. If you can feel the truth of this calling vibrating in your very marrow, do not let this moment of revelation slip through your fingers. This is the moment where your identity shifts from a victim of circumstance to a victor of destiny. To affirm that you accept this mantle and that you are ready to walk as the chosen one, I invite you to join this family of light. Press the like button right now to signal your agreement with my divine choice. And subscribe to this channel as an act of commitment to your spiritual growth. By doing so, you are surrounding yourself with a community of believers who, like you, are being prepared for the extraordinary. Your subscription is more than a click. It is a declaration that you are no longer wandering aimlessly, but walking intentionally toward the throne. Let this be the middle point of your transformation, the place where you stop looking at your wounds and start looking at your purpose. You were chosen because you have the potter's touch in your soul, the ability to take the broken pieces of a life and through my spirit see the masterpiece that is hidden within. I am the potter and you are the clay, but I am also making you a co-creator with me. I am giving you the authority to speak to the dry bones in your family and tell them to live. I am giving you the keys to open doors of financial abundance that have been locked for generations in your bloodline. This assignment was never meant for the faint of heart. It was meant for you. I knew you could handle the weight of the blessing because I saw how you handled the weight of the cross. The training is almost over. The hidden season is coming to an end. You are about to be revealed to the world, not as the person who struggled, but as the person who overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony. Trust the process, for the one who chose you is faithful, and I will bring to completion the good work I have started in you. Stay in this posture of receiving. Do not let the distractions of the world pull you back into the why me mentality. Instead, start asking, Lord, what next? For the blueprint of your future is being unrolled before you even as I speak. You are my masterpiece, my beloved and my chosen vessel. There is no one else in all of creation who can fulfill the specific assignment I have for you. Your voice carries a frequency that can break chains. Your hands carry an anointing that can heal. Your life carries a story that can save. Do not shrink back. Stand tall in the identity I am giving you today. The wilderness was your classroom, but the promised land is your home. You were chosen for such a time as this, and I am with you always, even to the end of the age. You have looked at the wreckage of your plans and the shattered pieces of your dreams, and thought that the architect had fallen asleep. You have stood amidst the rubble of what you tried to build with your own hands, weeping, because the walls crumbled just as you thought you were finding safety. But I want you to look again, not with eyes of flesh, but with the eyes of the Spirit. What you see as a disaster, I see as a clearing. What you see as a collapse, I see as a necessary demolition. I am the master architect, and I never begin a project without first counting the cost and drawing the final line of the blueprint. Your life is not a series of accidents. It is a meticulously designed masterpiece. Every delay you encountered was a divine intervention. Every no you received from the world was a yes from my protection. I was not holding out on you. I was holding you back from a cliff you couldn't see in the dark. I was moving the pieces on the chessboard of your life, not to take away your joy, but to ensure your ultimate victory. You see the pile of bricks. I see the cathedral. You see the tangled threads on the back of the tapestry. I see the beautiful portrait on the other side. The waiting room you have been sitting in for so long is not a prison. My beloved, it is a construction site. I have been working on the foundation of your character because the structure of the blessing I am about to place upon you is too heavy for a shallow soul. If I had given you the influence you craved when you were still seeking the approval of man, that very influence would have become your undoing. I had to let the false versions of you die so that the true chosen one could emerge. I have been rearranging the hearts of people you don't even know yet. I have been closing doors that looked like gold but led to cages. I have been setting up divine appointments that will manifest in the coming days. Understand this, my timing is not a punishment, it is a shield. I am protecting you from the arrows that fly by day and the pestilence that stalks in the darkness. Every moment of your hidden season was a moment where I was refining the blueprint to include even greater levels of abundance and peace than you originally asked for. I am the potter and you are the clay, but I am also the king who is inviting you to co-sign the decrees of heaven. If you truly believe that I am the architect of your life and that my plan for you is perfect, then it is time to signal your agreement with the heavens. Do not let this moment of revelation pass without an act of faith. If you trust in my divine blueprint and are ready to see the structure of your new life rise from the ashes, then join this family of believers right now. Press the like button to signal your agreement with my word and subscribe to this channel as a testimony that you are ready to follow the blueprint I have drawn for you. By doing this, you are telling the spirit of confusion that you have found your path and that you will no longer be moved by the sight of the rubble. Your subscription is a seed of commitment, ensuring that you stay aligned with the daily instructions I am pouring out for my chosen ones. Do not walk this path alone. Walk it with those who recognize the Master's hand. As you step into this new alignment, realize that I am currently moving the kings and queens of this world on your behalf. I am changing laws, shifting economies, and opening windows of opportunity that no man can shut. The blueprint includes a total restoration of everything the locusts have eaten. It includes a level of financial overflow that will allow you to be a lender and not a borrower. It includes a healing of the mind so profound that the traumas of your past will feel like a story told about someone else. You have been worried about the how, but I am the how. I am the great I am. I have already seen the end from the beginning, and in the final version of the blueprint, you are standing in a place of honor, surrounded by the fruits of your faithfulness. The struggles you are facing right now are merely the scaffolding. They are temporary, and they are about to be removed to reveal the glory that has been hidden beneath. Stop trying to edit my design. Stop trying to rush the drying of the cement. Trust the process of the master builder. You have been through the fire, you have been through the flood, and you have remained standing. This proves that the foundation I laid in you is solid. Now watch as I begin to add the beauty. Watch as I bring the right people into your life, people who will celebrate your light instead of trying to dim it. Watch as the resources you need begin to gravitate towards you like metal to a magnet. The divine blueprint is being executed with precision. Not a single detail has been overlooked. Your name is written on the blueprints of heaven, and your destiny is secured by my own blood. Rest in this truth: your life is not falling apart. It is finally falling into place. The architect is on site and the masterpiece is almost complete. The waiting room is closing its doors, for the hour of your visitation has finally struck the clock of heaven. I am stepping into your timeline with a speed that will make your spirit soar and your mind marvel. I am not speaking of a distant one day or a vague future. I am speaking of the next 24 hours. There is a frequency of suddenly that is beginning to vibrate in the atmosphere around you. You have been in a season of stagnation where every day felt like a repetition of the last, a cycle of struggle that seemed to have no exit. But I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am declaring that the cycle is broken right now. Within the next 24 hours, the wind of my spirit will blow through the locked doors of your life. I am initiating a shift that will move you from the back of the line to the very front. The pressure you have felt lately was not meant to crush you. It was the birth pangs of the miracle that is about to be delivered into your hands. Prepare your heart, for the silence of the past season is about to be shattered by the sound of my favor. Listen closely, for the signs of this shift will be specific and undeniable. I am touching the heart of someone who has the power to change your situation with a single word. I am making them unable to find peace until they act on your behalf. Watch your notifications, for an email or a message is being drafted at this very moment that will provide the answer you have been seeking for months. It may come from an unexpected source or from a person you haven't spoken to in years. But you will know it is me because the timing will be perfect. I am aligning a divine appointment that will happen in the course of your normal day, perhaps at a grocery store, a gas station, or a quiet walk. Someone is being sent into your path to deliver a piece of information, an opportunity, or a blessing that will act as the master key to your next level. I am the God who works in the suddenly, and I am turning the no you received yesterday into a resounding yes by this time tomorrow. Do not allow the spirit of doubt to whisper its lies into your ear during this critical window. The enemy knows that his time is short and that your breakthrough is imminent, so he will try to distract you with small frustrations or old fears. Ignore him. Keep your eyes fixed on the horizon. If you can feel the electricity of this 24-hour prophecy in your soul, do not remain a silent observer. You must reach out and touch the hem of my garment with your faith. This is the moment of activation. Type "I receive my 24-hour miracle" or 777 in the comments right now to anchor this prophecy into your physical reality. By doing this, you are marking yourself as a participant in the suddenly of God. You are telling the universe that you believe in the invisible work I am doing and that you are ready for the manifestation. This is not just a comment. It is a spiritual decree that opens the floodgates for the shift to begin. I am also calling you to join this family of the chosen in a deeper way. If you have not yet signaled your agreement with the heavens, do so now. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel as a signal to the spiritual realm that you are walking in the light and that you are ready for daily guidance. Your subscription is a seed of expectation. It tells the Father that you are looking for His hand in every hour of your life. When you subscribe, you are surrounding yourself with the frequency of faith that is necessary to sustain the miracle that is coming. Do not let this 24-hour window pass without being fully aligned with the source of your provision. The shift is not just a change in your circumstances, it is a change in your status. You are moving from a seeker to a receiver. You are moving from a dreamer to a dweller in the promise. As the sun sets and rises in the next 24 hours, stay in a posture of radical gratitude. Start thanking me for the phone call before it rings. Start thanking me for the provision before it hits your account. Praise is the highest form of faith, and it creates a vacuum that draws the miracle toward you. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. And I have already seen the outcome of this shift. It is good. It is prosperous. It is beyond what you could ask or think. You have passed the test of the long wait, and now you are being promoted to the season of the great manifestation. The 24-hour clock has started. Every second is bringing you closer to the phone call, the email, or the encounter that will change everything. Trust me, my beloved, for I am never too late, and I am doing a work in your days that you would not believe even if you were told. But you won't just be told. You will see it with your own eyes. My beloved, prepare yourself for a downpour that no umbrella can contain. I am not merely sending a trickle of relief. I am opening the floodgates of the heavens above you. You have known the desert for so long that you have forgotten the sound of rushing water, but I am the God of the overflow. I am looking at the windows of heaven, and they are already unlatched for your sake. I am about to pour out a blessing so great that you will not have room enough to store it. This is the promise I made to those who trust me, and today that promise is being activated in your life. The years of just enough and not enough are being swallowed up by the season of more than enough. I am the God who multiplies the loaves and the fishes, and I am applying that same divine multiplication to your resources, your ideas, and your opportunities. You have been a faithful steward of the little, and now I am entrusting you with much. This abundance is not just for your survival, it is for your arrival into the destiny I have carved out for you. I see the heavy chains of debt that have kept you awake at night, making you feel like a slave to a system that was never designed for your freedom. Hear me now, I am the great deliverer, and I am breaking those chains today. I am moving in the ledgers of banks and the hearts of creditors. I am bringing about supernatural cancellations and unexpected settlements. Where there was a mountain of debt, I am making a level path. I am causing your name to be brought up in rooms you have never entered, leading to promotions, contracts, and settlements that will wipe the slate clean. I know the exact number in your account, and I know the exact number you need to be free. I am not limited by the economy of this world or the fluctuations of the market. My economy is governed by grace and fueled by your faith. You will look at your finances a month from now and realize that the math of heaven has superseded the math of men. I am opening doors of provision that were slammed shut by the enemy, and I am ensuring that when they open this time, no man will be able to close them. This overflow is coming to you now because you have finally reached the place where you can hold it without letting it hold you. I had to wait until your heart was anchored in me so that the gold would not become your God. You have passed the test of the wilderness, proving that you would still seek my face even when your pockets were empty. Now that I can trust you to be a river and not a reservoir, I am pouring my riches through you. You are being positioned to be a blessing to your family, to your community, and to the stranger in need. This is the Joseph season of your life, a time of such immense storehouses that you will sustain others through their famines. Do not be afraid of the scale of what I am doing. It is big because your God is big. It is heavy because it is glorious. If you can see this abundance with the eyes of your spirit, if you can feel the weight of this financial mantle falling upon your shoulders, then you must come into agreement with this revelation. Do not stay silent while the windows of heaven are swinging wide. This is your moment to claim the inheritance of the chosen. If you believe that I am the source of all you need and that I am bringing you into a land of milk and honey right now, do not let your faith be passive. Type "I believe in the overflow" or 1212 in the comments right now to signal that you are ready to receive the harvest of your prayers. Let the digital world hear the echo of your spiritual conviction. And as you make this declaration, remember that you are part of a holy family of believers. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now to solidify your place in this stream of favor. This act of joining is not for my benefit, but for yours. It keeps you connected to the frequency of the miraculous and ensures that you do not drift back into the mindset of lack. You are a child of the King, and it is time you began to live, think, and give like royalty. The overflow is not a one-time event. It is a new climate for your life. You are moving from a season of searching for crumbs to a season of sitting at the Master's table. Every bill that caused you fear will now be a testimony of my faithfulness. Every lack you endured will be the backdrop for the masterpiece of my provision. I am restoring the years that the locusts have eaten, and I am doing it with interest. You will not only have enough to pay your debts, but you will have enough to fund the dreams I have placed in your heart. This is the wealth of the righteous being returned to its rightful owner. I am giving you the power to get wealth so that my covenant may be established in the earth through you. Rest in the assurance that the storehouses are full and the decree has been signed. The abundance is yours, and it starts today. I have seen the wounds that run deeper than your skin, the ones that are etched into the very marrow of your bones and the hidden corners of your DNA. I saw the patterns in your family, the cycles of addiction, the echoes of poverty, the shadow of depression, and the bitter words that were passed down like a dark inheritance from one generation to the next. I saw how you carried the weight of your parents' mistakes and the unhealed traumas of those who came before you. You have often wondered why you struggle with the same fears they did, or why the same walls seem to block your path. But hear me now, I am the great physician, and I am not just fixing your current situation. I am reaching back through time to heal your entire bloodline. I am the one who can untangle the knots of the past and rewrite the story of your family. The poison that was poured into your lineage ends with you. You are the chosen one because I knew you would have the strength to stand as a gatekeeper, to say no more to the darkness and to welcome the light into your household. The healing I am releasing upon you today is not superficial. It is a deep cellular restoration. I am touching the parts of your heart that were broken before you were even old enough to understand what pain was. I am healing the child inside you who felt unprotected, and I am strengthening the adult you have become to lead your family into a new era of peace. This is the season where the generational curses are being transformed into generational blessings. Where there was a history of lack, there will be a future of abundance. Where there was a legacy of abandonment, there will be a covenant of loyalty and love. I am restoring the relationships that the enemy tried to tear apart. I am turning the hearts of the fathers to the children and the hearts of the children to the fathers. You will see your children and your children's children walk on the ground that you have cleared of thorns and thistles. Your faithfulness in this hidden struggle is the price paid for their freedom. I am also extending my hand over your physical body right now. I know the ailments that have lingered, the chronic pains that have tried to wear down your spirit, and the diagnoses that have made you fear for your future. I am the one who knit you together in your mother's womb, and I know every cell, every nerve, and every vessel. I am breathing the breath of life into your lungs and commanding your body to align with the blueprint of heaven. Your health is being restored because you have a mission that requires your strength. Do not agree with the report of the world. Agree with the report of the Lord. I say you are whole. I say you are vibrant. I say you are renewed. Every sickness that was passed down through your family tree is being withered at the root by the fire of my spirit. You are becoming a living testimony of my healing power, a beacon of wholeness for all to see. If you can feel the warmth of my healing touch flowing through your spirit and your home at this very moment, do not remain silent. This is a covenant of wholeness that must be sealed with your faith. To claim this healing for yourself and your entire family, and to ensure that the chains of the past are broken forever, I invite you to join this family of light. Press the like button right now to signal your agreement with my divine restoration, and subscribe to this channel as an act of protection for your household. By doing so, you are surrounding your family with a community of faith that stands guard over the promises I have given you. Do not let the enemy steal back the ground you have gained today. Type, "My family is healed," or 888 in the comments to anchor this transformation into your reality. Your words are seeds, and today you are planting a harvest of health and harmony. Your legacy is no longer defined by what you survived, but by what you have overcome. I am giving you a new name and a new heritage. The shame that once followed your family name is being replaced with a reputation for my favor. You will be known as the one who repaired the breach and restored the streets to dwell in. As you walk out of this message, do not look back at the rubble of the old patterns. Look forward at the mansion I am building for you and your descendants. The healing is complete. The cycle is broken. The light of 1,000 generations is beginning to shine through you, and it will never be extinguished. Rest in the knowledge that I am watching over your house, and my peace, which passes all understanding, is now your permanent resident. The window of heaven is open, the blueprint has been revealed, and the shift is already vibrating in your atmosphere, but now comes the moment where your participation is required. I have brought you to the edge of your promised land, but I will not carry you across if you refuse to move your feet. Hear my voice clearly. Your next step is not one of frantic striving or desperate labor. It is a step of intentional alignment. I am calling you into a season of radical stillness. You have spent so much of your life reacting to the noise of the world, running from one crisis to another and trying to solve problems that were never meant for your hands. I am instructing you to stop. Find a place of quietness, even if it is only for 10 minutes a day. In that silence, do not bring me your list of demands. Bring me your heart. I am the potter, and I need you to stay still on the wheel so I can smooth out the remaining rough edges of your doubt. Your victory will not be won by your strength, but by your surrender. Yielding to my spirit is the highest form of strength you can possess. If you cannot be still in the little moments, you will not be able to stand in the great ones. Your second instruction concerns the power of your tongue. Your words are seeds, and for too long you have been watering weeds. I have seen you speak of your exhaustion more than my strength. I have heard you describe your lack more than my provision. I am commanding you to zip it when the urge to speak negativity arises. Every time you say I am tired, I am broke, or it's never going to happen, you are digging up the very seeds of the miracles I have just planted. From this moment forward, your vocabulary must change. When the pressure rises, you shall say, I am strong in the Lord. When the bill arrives, you shall say, my God is my provider. You must come into agreement with what I say about you, not what your circumstances say. If you allow worry and shame to take up space in your mind, there is no room for the creativity and confidence I am trying to pour in. You have a limited amount of room in your container. Empty out the negative today so I can fill you with the miraculous. I am also instructing you to look straight ahead. Do not look back at the people who betrayed you, the opportunities you missed, or the versions of yourself that failed. If you keep looking in the rearview mirror, you will crash the vehicle of your destiny. I have already redeemed your past. I have taken every mistake and every ounce of pain and woven them into a tapestry of purpose. The people who left you were part of the pruning process. Do not try to reattach dead branches to your life. Your hidden season is over, but you cannot enter the new season carrying the luggage of the old one. Forgiveness is not for those who hurt you. It is your own liberation. Let them go, for they cannot follow you where I am taking you. I am doing a new thing, and it is springing forth even now. Can you not perceive it? Stop dwelling on the former things. I am giving you a fresh start, a clean slate, and a path that has never been trodden by your ancestors. Finally, I am calling you to act with radical gratitude. Do not wait for the manifestation to give me praise. Praise me while the walls are still standing and watch them crumble. Praise me while the account is still low and watch it overflow. Gratitude is the frequency of heaven, and it acts as a magnet for the miraculous. As you walk through the next 24 hours, look for the little things: a sunset, a kind word from a stranger, a moment of peace. How you handle these little things is your entrance exam for the much I am about to entrust to you. If you can be faithful in the small moments of gratitude, the doors of the great storehouses will swing open. You are not being punished, you are being trained. You are not being delayed, you are being prepared. This is your final instruction before the veil is fully lifted. Stand tall, speak life, stay still, and give thanks. The next step is already under your feet. If you are ready to follow these instructions and step into your designated place of honor, Do not let this moment pass without a final act of commitment. This is where you seal your destiny. I am inviting you one last time to join this holy family of the chosen. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now as a sign that you are listening to my instructions and that you are ready to be led by my spirit every single day. This is your covenant of obedience. By subscribing, you are surrounding yourself with the daily bread of my word, ensuring that your path stays lit and your heart stays firm. Do not walk into this breakthrough alone. Type, "I am ready to follow," or 1111 in the comments to signal to the heavens that you have heard my voice and you are prepared to move. Your obedience is the key that turns the lock of your greatest blessing. Behold, for I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the one who was and is to come. As you stand at the conclusion of this divine transmission, know that you are not the same person who began this journey moments ago. A transformation has taken place in the unseen realms, and a seal has been placed upon your spirit that no power in darkness can ever break. I am now entering into a covenant of fire with you, an eternal agreement signed in the heavens and manifested in your earthly reality. This is not a fragile promise of man. It is the unwavering decree of the Creator. I am surrounding you with a wall of fire, and my glory shall be in your midst. This fire is not meant to consume you, but to consume everything that is not of me in your life. It is burning away the debt, the sickness, the shame, and the generational chains that have tried to hold you captive. You are emerging from this encounter not just delivered, but fireproof. You have been tempered in the furnace of affliction, and now you carry a heat that will melt every obstacle in your path. What I have spoken over you today is now locked into your destiny, and the stars themselves witness the truth of my word. You must understand the magnitude of this moment. The covenant of fire means that my protection over you is now absolute. I am your shield and your exceedingly great reward. From this hour forward, when the enemy looks at you, he will not see a victim. He will see the radiance of my presence. I have marked your doorposts with the blood of the Lamb and your heart with the fire of my Spirit. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. You are moving into a season where your presence alone will change the atmosphere of a room. Your words will carry the weight of my authority. When you speak, mountains will move. When you pray, heaven will answer. I am making you a pillar of fire in a world of shadows, a beacon of hope for those who are still lost in the wilderness. Do not tremble at the storms that may still howl outside, for they have no power over the one who walks with the fourth man in the fire. You have been refined, you have been chosen, and now you are being deployed. This covenant is a perpetual flame that will never go out as long as you keep your gaze fixed on me. I am the God who performs wonders, and I am about to do a work in your life that will make the ears of everyone who hears it tingle. People will look at your restoration, at your financial overflow, your physical healing, and your emotional peace, and they will be forced to acknowledge that this could only be the hand of God. You are becoming a living sign and wonder. I am taking the very things that were used to mock you and turning them into the instruments of your victory. The shame of your past is being incinerated by the glory of your future. I am giving you beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, and the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. This is not a temporary relief. It is a permanent shift in your spiritual DNA. The covenant of fire is your insurance that the next level of your destiny is secured. I have already gone before you to make the crooked places straight and the rough places smooth. Your path is lit by my own glory, and there is no darkness that can withstand the light I have placed within you. Now, my beloved child, the time has come to seal this prophecy forever. This is the final act of your initiation into this new level of glory. Do not let this word hang in the air. Grab hold of it with the hands of your faith and pull it into your reality. If you believe that this covenant of fire is yours, and if you accept the mantle of the chosen one that I have placed upon you today, then you must not remain silent. This is the moment to lock this blessing into your life so that it cannot be stolen or diluted. I want you to go to the comments right now and type Amen or It is done to seal this decree. By doing this, you are shouting to the heavens and the earth that you have received my word and that you are standing in the fulfillment of every promise I have made. This is your amen to my yes. It is the final seal on the contract of your breakthrough. Let your comment be a shout of victory that echoes through the halls of eternity. Your words have power, and today your amen is the key that turns the lock of your new life. As you move forward from this holy encounter, remember that you are part of a divine lineage, a family of fire that is spreading my light to the ends of the earth. Do not walk this path alone. To ensure that you stay under the canopy of this grace and never miss a single instruction from my throne, finalize your commitment to this community. Press the like button one last time and subscribe to this channel to signify that you are a permanent resident in the house of my favor. Your subscription is your signal that you are ready for the daily bread of my presence and that you are committed to growing in the identity I have given you. And do not be a reservoir of this blessing. Be a river. Be a vessel of my grace by sharing this message with at least 3 people who are currently walking through their own fire. By sharing, you are sowing a seed of hope, and as you water others, I will ensure that you yourself are watered with even greater abundance. You are a distributor of my glory, a light bearer in a dark generation. The next step is no longer a mystery, it is a path of light under your feet. Walk with confidence, for the King of Kings is your rear guard. The financial restoration is yours. The generational healing is yours. The 24-hour shift is already in motion. I am the God who does not lie, and my word will not return to me void. It has gone out to accomplish that for which I sent it, and it is prospering in your life even as I speak. Rest in my love, thrive in my power, and shine in my glory. You are the chosen one, and your time has finally come. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Go forth in peace, for the covenant of fire is your eternal protection. It is finished. It is done. It is yours.